Introducing the new Rock of Manila TV, your one-stop destination for cutting-edge music and entertainment. Rock of Manila is here to shake things up, starting off with the following shows. The country's premier pro wrestling promotion showcases spectacular athleticism, colorful storylines, and larger-than-life characters with Manila Wrestling Federation's Action Novela TV. The return of RJTV's classic sports entertainment show, Pinoy Wrestling. Comics, films, TV, toys, games, science and tech, all the cool stuff that makes you go wow with the geeky misfit gang of Nerd Rage. Join musician Zach Lucero as he rides through the motoring world in his popular online show, Makina. Catch the fresh, eclectic, and dynamic side of music at the Vibe Factory. Get ready as the music goes bigger, harder, and louder with Amped. Join us as we travel back to where the legends lorded it over with Pinoy rock and rhythm. And that's just the beginning. There will be more. Feel the shockwave. Rock of Manila TV, where everything rocks. Available on Sky Cable 229, your digital TV boxes, and on Facebook and YouTube Live. And check out our social media pages.
Welcome to another episode of Nerd Rage.
I'm Tim, Pop Culture Crusader.
I'm Karen, your awkwardly social angel.
I'm Veronica, I'm that 90s chick.
And I'm Adrian, Dato of the Geeks. Let's get straight to the news with
This Week in Geek!
And let's try to break a bit of continuity, shall we?
Yay!
Get ready to shout Kajida when you go to see Blue Beetle in theaters, as Warner Brothers Philippines has announced that Filipina voice talent and content creator Inka Magnaye will be providing the voice of the Scarab in the Philippine release of the superhero movie. Inka is known for providing her voice in Philippine Airlines, so that soothing voice you hear when you're inside the airplane. She now joins the Philippine release of Blue Beetle, which will be showing in theaters starting August 16. So be sure to support our very own Inka when you go catch the movie in cinemas. And speaking about DC Films news...
Oh, wait. Did anyone say DC? This is my thing. This is my jam.
Go ahead, man. Go.
All right, thank you, old chum.
Yep.
All right. Gal Gadot, our beloved Wonder Woman, is apparently working on a new Wonder Woman film with DC Studios heads James Gunn and Peter Safran. So, speaking to comicbook.com's Chris Killian while promoting her new film from Netflix, Heart of Stone,
That's right.
Gadot said, "I love portraying Wonder Woman. It's so close to and dear to my heart. From what I heard from James Gunn and Peter Safran is that we're gonna develop a Wonder Woman 3 together." Did that work for you? Is this Gadot enough for you?
Whatever you say, buddy. And speaking about other people who worked with DC, the Green Arrow himself, or former Green Arrow, Stephen Amell, expressed his anger over the ongoing Screen Actors Guild and Writers' Strike. Amell said,
"I support my union. I do, and I stand with them, but I do not support striking. I don't." The actor said originally, as reported by Deadline. "I think it is a reductive negotiating tactic, and I find the entire thing incredibly frustrating. And I think..." What? And I think the thinking. And I think the thinking as it pertains to shows like the show that I'm on, that premiered last night, plugging, I think it's myopic.
Yeah, that didn't go well. And then Amel backtracked on his comments afterwards and he posted on his social media accounts in Facebook and Instagram explaining and affirming that he is still supporting the union.
Because he did backtrack again.
Yeah, and that led to accusations from a lot of the fan base who have mixed feelings about it, that he is scamming.
Now, I have a lot of thoughts about this because we do have labor unions here in this country. And, you know, we experience the brunt of their strikes. And they do strike for a good reason because they do need, you know, they need to earn. And inflation does happen.
Yes.
And they need to adjust their rates accordingly. But that's with the transport strikes that happen here.
Yes, the jeepney strikes.
Yes.
Yes.
As for the entertainment industry, it's trickier. Not everyone in the entertainment industry has unionized. The writers, SAG,
Yeah, Screen Actors Guild.
the Screen Actors Guild and the Writers Guild in the States are striking because
AI and unfair wages. Everybody is overworked, or they put too much emphasis on CGI and rush deadlines. So right now, it's an important fight for their future.
And just to clarify, they're not striking just because.
Yes.
They're striking as a last resort.
Yes.
Because the talks fell through, umabot sa deadline, and nothing got agreed on.
There's no negotiations broke down, basically.
Pretty much what happens here in the Philippines. Every time there's a transport strike, that means negotiations have broken down. No one likes to strike because everybody needs to work.
And for this week's TV rundown, we are starting with the latest Star Wars series on Disney Plus, Ahsoka. Ahsoka starts with a 2-episode series debut on August 23, with new episodes every Wednesday thereafter. So Ahsoka, for people who may not be aware, is a continuation of the story of Ahsoka Tano, one of the most popular Star Wars characters we've got right now. It's a direct continuation of Rebels, which in effect is a continuation of Clone Wars. And if you want to know more, you could watch The Mandalorian Season 2 and then jump over to Book of Boba Fett and maybe watch a little Tales of the Jedi. Did I miss anything out? Ahsoka's all over Star Wars. Please catch up. And Disney Plus, by the way, you're better off working with us and with a bunch of influencers who don't know anything about geek culture.
Hey y'all, Loki returns for his glorious purpose on October on Disney Plus. So what can we expect? Maybe a bit of what happened in the last part of that Ant-Man movie where they showed a bit of Loki. Maybe we'll find out more about that. Of course, Kang's gonna be there again, Jonathan Majors and his Kang variant. So we'll see what happens. But I am most excited for Ke-Huy Quan, who won Best Supporting Actor in the Oscars. And he is here. He's Obi in Loki. So let's see what's gonna happen. I'm so there. I'm ready for Loki Season 2. Let's go wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, we have some great news for Resident Evil fans like me and Karen. Karen?
Woot woot! Thank you to my Chris Redfield. So Resident Evil 2 Remake becomes the best-selling game in the franchise's 27-year-old history. How old does that make you feel? Capcom reports that the game has 12.6 million units since its January 2019 release, dethroning Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, which sold 12.4 million units since its January 2017 release. So now it is Capcom's third best-selling game behind Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Rise. That is high praise because Monster Hunter is such a big fandom. So what do you think?
Okay, you just pretty much said that. I'm excited. As a Resident Evil fan and long-time player like yourself, we've been long-time fans since the original Resident Evil came out in 1996.
Don't calculate.
Which is a long time coming, but I'm very happy that Resident Evil 2 Remake is in the top spot in the RE franchise. The last time.
Yeah, it's one of the, I think it's the gateway for most Resident Evil fans. Like, most people play the second and then they go back. Like, I played this and then I went back to the first.
Yeah, exactly, because it's the most played sequel. And the remake did justice and renewed interest in the remake saga.
And in science news, aliens might be real-ish. The U.S. Congress held a hearing a couple of weeks ago to discuss the possibility of aliens. David Grush, an intelligence officer for the U.S. Air Force, testified before the United States Congress a couple of weeks ago. He exposed a multi-decade UFO crash retrieval and reverse engineering program. And he was also denied access to the said programs. But when he conducted interviews later on with people who were part of those programs, they did say that they had direct knowledge of aircrafts that were non-human in origin and that biologics were recovered from the crafts. Now, this could basically mean anything. The U.S. Congress established the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office to investigate the incidents, and so far they've reported a little over 800 UFO incidents since May. So yeah, aliens might actually be real, and the crazy thing about it is that while no one's really officially confirming or denying anything, both Democratic and Republican congresspeople have gone up and said that this is a bipartisan issue. So, if there's anything that managed to unite the Republicans and the Democrats together, it's aliens.
Aliens! Aliens!
Aliens! Aliens! Aliens! Alien! Alien! Alien!
Speaking of space, do you guys know that it's Philippine Space Week?
Philippine Space Week?
Yes. And we have news from the Philippine Space Agency. So, August 8 to 14 is apparently the Philippine Space Week. This is to promote space awareness and highlight the contribution of Filipinos worldwide in the field of space science, and espousing the value, benefits, and impacts of space science and technology applications on the lives of Filipinos. In December 2022, the Philippine Space Council, or the PSC, chaired by our current president, recommended the declaration of the Philippine Space Week, coinciding with the enactment of the Philippine Space Act on August 8, 2019. The Philippine Space Agency, or the PhilSA, presented to our current president ongoing activities and plans that include value-added utilization of satellite images and space data. For what? Do we need to go to space? Not really. This is about supporting food security, infrastructure monitoring, digital governance, and transformation, and promoting high-value space industrial capabilities and human resources.
It's time for Game Rundown, and we gotta talk about the Evolution Championship Series, or EVO for short, which is like the Super Bowl for fighting games. And this year's EVO featured a lot of games from Street Fighter to Mortal Kombat to Tekken and the King of Fighters. Unfortunately, on the Tekken side of things, one of our top players, Alexandre A.K. Leveres, was unable to attend the event because his visa was denied. And that was a total of 3 times.
Did they ever say why his visa was denied?
It's hard to say, actually. The fan sites and the fighting game groups, Tekken Philippines, just said that his visa was denied for the 3rd time. And it's too late already to apply for another one because EVO started at the beginning of August. Mm-hmm. And that news was reported late July. So you can just imagine the pain.
Oh, yeah, especially that close in.
Yeah. It was unfortunate. Very unfortunate. However, another Pinoy player was able to attend EVO for Tekken 7, and that was Dojin. So, there, at least we had representation.
We had representation.
Yes, and all the other games, I'm sure, had other Pinoy players. If you weren't even able to go to the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino in Las Vegas to watch EVO in person, We watched it through stream. So you can watch it at Twitch and YouTube. And I saw all the action. It was awesome. Aside from the fighting game spectacle, there were big announcements in EVO as well. One of the biggest games I was looking forward to finally got a proper title. It's a sequel to Garo Mark of the Wolves, also known as Fatal Fury, the Fatal Fury series, with Terry Bogard and Rock Howard. And the name of the sequel is Garo, City of the Wolves. All we got was a teaser trailer announcing that's the title, and we saw Rock and Terry. The last game was in 1999. You know how long that is?
That's almost 30 years.
Yeah, so this game is still in development by SNK, the makers of the Fatal Fury, Samurai Showdown, and King of Fighters series. So at least getting that confirmation of the title and a little tease will tide us over till the next announcement.
Which hopefully will be before 2029.
We don't know. They could take all the time. We waited this long. We might as well wait some more.
What's another 4 more years?
Okay. If you missed EVO, you can always catch the replays again at YouTube and Twitch. Just type EVO or Evolution Championship Series and you can see all of the replays, all of the matches with the top players and who won. People have somebody to root for and you feel inspired to emulate that. Like any fight, you just place your bets or you want to be there too. You just had to be there.
Naghahanap kayo ng bass guitar? You're looking for a bass guitar? Here is the Les Paul bass. Nice. Nice, huh? So for $3,999, you have a working bass, the Les Paul bass. Finally, we have it again. Check it out at RJ Guitar Center store or Shopee and Lazada.
Alright, we're back here on Nerd Rage. It's time to do another screen spot. This time, we're gonna be reviewing Good Omens Season 2 out on Prime Video. Take it away, Karen.
Yes, it's my fandom, and I have Adrian with me, because he's a Whovian. And guess what? Good Omens Season 2 is finally here. It's delightfully queer and fabulously fruity because it is based on the book by Neil Gaiman and Cherry Pratchett.
Grover.
So, based on the book by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett, I like how I pointed at him because, like, you know how Neil Gaiman's like all the mga, you know, like Sandman, all those mga goth stuff. And then Terry Pratchett, Discworld. So, I'm like... So, the second season follows Aziraphale, the angel, played by Michael Sheen, and Crowley, played by our fave, David Tennant, the 10th Doctor. And they are bickering like an old married couple there, ever since season 1, ever since 6,000 years ago, ever since, you know, the beginning of the universe. They are bickering like an old married couple here and uncovering the mystery behind Gabriel, as in Supreme Archangel Gabriel, played by John Hamm.
John Hamm, huh?
Yes.
Interesting. So, wait. Di ba dapat parang they could have stopped the apocalypse by this time?
They did in season 1.
Yes.
But now they are dealing with something much more powerful in the universe, and it's called love. That's right, it's love, and they are here.
I have half a heart.
Burger na lang. Burger. Heart, burger. We love eating food. I don't know why I had to clarify.
Okay, but fries.
Fries, patatas. All right. So they did stop the apocalypse, but can they stop their mutual feels from growing? Ta-da! So
Mutual feels, huh? So there's something. There's a shipping thing happening there.
Very exciting, very spicy, and very fruity. So I was saying that Adrian is also a Whovian. That's how we met. That's how we're friends. And in this series, Adrian, there are so many Easter eggs of Doctor Who.
Oh, so all right. I want to find out about that.
Okay, so
what Easter eggs are we talking about here?
the Easter eggs are like the fez. It has like David Tennant wearing the fez. It has them actually mentioning the Doctor Who annual from the 60s.
Oh.
And I love that there's a scene where Michael Sheen just significantly stares at David Tennant. Like, yeah, Doctor Who, BBC, stares at him.
Oh, ganda. So it's really for parang like a shout out to Doctor Who fans.
So it's
Major
not,
fan service.
That's true. So it's not just the 10th Doctor, it's also the 5th Doctor, aka father-in-law is there.
Wow.
He's in one of the episodes. Also, David Tennant's son, who played Aegon, the young Aegon in House of the Dragon, is also there, Ty Tennant. Peter Davidson
Wow, yeah.
is there. Is
So
it Peter Davidson or Pete Davidson? Pete Davidson's like the comedian who just dates all the hot
Peter
women.
Davison.
Peter Davison.
Yeah.
Peter Davison. Pete Davidson's the dude who just dates all the older women who are hot. And then I'm like, how does he pull all these gorgeous women? Okay, I digress. Anyway, so we're talking about Doctor Who and how...
Wait, it's a family affair. It's a Doctor Who family affair
Yes.
again.
That's why that is why I know you will enjoy it. And I love how they're all in this one episode and they're all interacting. It's just glorious, especially if you love Doctor Who and all those references. They even play the song at some point. Adrian, there are also Discworld references. So Mrs. Sandwich, the seamstresses who aren't really seamstresses, if you catch my drift, something about the oldest profession in the world.
Oh.
And CMOT Dibbler is also there in a significant visual cue. So there's a lot more actually. They dropped last August for more extras, deleted scenes and all that. So, people are gonna keep fanboying and fangirling. So, yeah, basically I'm pleased as a hardcore Whovian and I wanna brush up on my Terry Pratchett and my Discworld.
All right, so I've been hearing a lot of talk about, about the soundtrack for season 2 and the whole music thing. So please elaborate.
Yes, the soundtrack is fire, not just normal fire, it's hellfire. From the depths of hell, it is such a banger. Each one, such a banger because those musical cues, they convey the feelings, alam mo yung mga unsaid when you're looking at your loved one, your crush, ganon. So, in this series, the ultimate LSS in this series is Everyday by Buddy Holly, which is such a random thing, but
Wow,
it has
okay.
reached so much LSS levels that it is like Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush. Like, ganong levels. Like, for that fandom.
It's a key plot thing?
It is key to the plot. It's
Alright.
very spoilery, but it is basically like subverting the actual meaning of the song because the song's like romantic, but apparently I believe Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett were talking about this, and that Terry Pratchett was saying that wouldn't it be funny if the song every day it's a getting closer every day, and all that about anticipation, but instead of like something romantic, it's about the end of the world. And that's why they put it in Good Omens.
Wow.
And that's why they're putting it here. And yeah, I kind of like the feel that it still has a bit of Terry Pratchett in the storyline because I know they mapped it out for season 3 as well.
Also, there's going to be a season
Yes.
3. That's confirmed.
It doesn't matter what happens. Neil Gaiman's gonna give us a season 3. And there, Neil Gaiman was saying that it was romantic and gentle, but all I have to say is, gentle. And spoilers from here in 3, 2, 1. The last episode of... Oh, is it too loud?
No, spoilers.
Spoilers! Sobrang wrecked kaming lahat as a fandom. So the last episode. Yeah.
Episode.
Yeah,
The last
the
episode. Come on, so
The last episode absolutely wrecked my soul.
What happened?
It
What happened
destroyed
with
me. We finally got our big darn kiss between our favorite angel and demon. Okay, no tongue, but it It was like chased in like close mode, like choop. Okay. And then what happens? What happens, Adrian? Ask me what happens after they kiss.
What happens after they kiss?
They break up! That's right. You get them together only to break them up and leave on a cliffhanger.
Of course. Of
What do you mean,
course.
of course?
No, of course. Parang you leave everything in a cliffhanger. After you give the fans what they want, you snatch it away.
It's like, bye.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. To make the fans wanting for more, right?
You should see like the feeds. I keep calling it Twitter, but I know it's X now. I'm just gonna call it Twitter. Like the Twitter feeds and other social media platforms, Facebook, IG. I mean, everyone is just basically... they're basically so upset. Slash, like, really, like, hounding Neil Gaiman. He's also on Tumblr, so, like, people are, like, messaging him. Like, what happened?
Tumblr's still alive?
Yes, and he's active there. So, he usually answers fan questions there.
Wait, so, again, they kiss. They break up. So, obviously, a cliffhanger. So, season 3?
Yes. So, there's a season 3. So, Neil promised one. As we know, there's a strike ongoing because we want better pay for our writers and all the other people in the creative industry. So, Neil Gaiman promised that whatever happens, that he will release a season 3 storyline. Doesn't matter what platform. That's what he said. So, but we're hoping that there will be one on Prime because it's available on Prime. And he said that if you keep watching it, then bigger chance. But also nga, because of the strike, he has like the outline, but he can't continue working on season 3 because, as we said, we are doing this for better pay for everyone. So please don't scab.
Don't scab, Mel.
Season 2 ending went down like a lead balloon, which is a quote from the first season. And I think it's like foreshadowing, and it ruined my life. It's like hashtag. It's like half I'm so excited and so blessed, and half I'm so devastated that I made like 100 tracks. I put 100 tracks in a playlist called Hurt, Comfort, Ineffable Husbands because season 2 ending destroyed me, and it's available on Spotify. I actually made a playlist. If I had a peso for every time a grumpy guy confesses to a blonde, and I would have 2 pesos because of Our Flag Means Death, but also 3 pesos because of Doctor Who, remember?
Rose,
That's 3 pesos.
Yeah.
Every time a brunette confesses to a blonde. Chaos. Absolute chaos. So TLDR, season 2 has fluffy couple moments, bittersweet bickering, and a hellfire of a soundtrack. And I'm so thankful that David Tennant and Michael Sheen are so into the chemistry. They're like leaning into the wild chemistry between them. You know, like they're really into it, and they're like giving old married couple energy. And 6,000 years worth of a slow burn relationship, you know. So if you think you've been waiting too long, then read Good Omens, watch it. 6,000 years worth before someone finally confessed in this series. So there you go.
6,000.
And again, you know what? I don't mind waiting for season 3 because we want better wages for the creative industry. And if Crowley can wait 6,000 years before he could confess to Aziraphale, then I think we can wait, a few months.
Would you wait 6,000 years?
We can possibly not. Or I could tell my descendants, like, please wait for season 3.
All right. So, what rating would you give Good Omens season 2?
Well, Adrian, it's funny you should ask because I will give it 4.5 over 5 Aziraphale and Crowley making out. Blah, 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 blah.
Wait, so why 4.5?
Because
What happened to the 0.5?
the 0.5 is my devastated soul because they broke up my OTP. So thank you, Neil Gaiman. Thank you, Terry Pratchett, from Pratchett.
Pratchett naman! Pratchett na naman, ano ba?
Thank you, Neil Gaiman. Thank you, Terry Pratchett from the Afterlife. Talagang nag-long distance call ako to the Afterlife because you have blessed this fandom. And I feel truly #blessed. Thank you.
And Nerd Rage will be right back.
And if you want a high-end acoustic guitar, really world-class acoustic guitar, and not pay too much, we have the premium series. We have cutaways and we have dreadnoughts. Dreadnoughts means no cutaway. The top of the line of the RJ Professional Series acoustic guitars. This is $14,499. It's called the Premium Aristocrat. It's got an EQ and a tuner, equalization and tuner. The preamp there, you can plug it into a sound system. You say you will love me if I have to go. You'll be thinking of me. Somehow I will know. Someday when I have money, I'm gonna buy me an RJ guitar. Then I will remember things you did today. It's really loud and it sounds so cool and so whole. Okay, check it out. The Premium Series in any RJ Guitar Center store or Lazada and Shopee, huh?
Hi there, this is Adrian, that of the Geeks, and with me here is my friend
Will Ilagan.
Yes, and nandito kami ngayon because we would like you guys to meet some people from our childhoods. The voice actors from Ghost Fighter. Ipakilala natin sila ngayon. Let's introduce yourselves, guys.
Born dito, and I play Eugene.
Monterrey po yan bilang Vincent sa Ghost Fighter.
Si JB Buendia, si Dennis.
At sila ang tinatawag natin ngayon, ha?
Kung ang TV5 may TVJ, ang SMX may MBJ. Ha? At sila ang aming double cards. yan.
Yes, and this is the first time na nagkita-kita tayo in real life. Kasi if you remember, guys, years ago, start of the pandemic, 2020, we had the Ghost Fighter reunion special over at Nerd Rage. Vincent, go ahead.
Tambay sa bahay. Nagkalat ang pasaway. Just like Kurt Kilay. Mukhang hindi nag-comply.
Sa classroom, may batas. Bawal lumabas. O bawal lumabas.
Ngayon, nagkita na kami finally.
Minus Ma'am Karen, pero yan, si Sir Will, si Direk Adrian. Together with Dennis na ngayon. JB, yan, buhay na kami. Kita-kita na.
So ngayon, parang ngayon ko na nakikita ang totoong anyo ni Dennis.
Hindi na babae.
Hindi na babae.
Sigurado yan.
Malala, solid.
Simula, nagpapanggap akong babae.
Nerd Rage.
So before we ask that, parang let's ask first, kamusta yung Toy-Con Express yung kanina you had a signing sa Funko booth?
Overwhelming. Hindi ko akalain ganitong kadaming tao dito. But it's very good.
Second time ko, yung una yung Hero TV dito sa SMX. Now, ito yung pangalawa, naligaw pa rin ako. Pero yun yan, tulad sila namin ni Bonner, and I'm sure, pare-pareho kaming tatlo. Ang lupit eh. Ang lupit, ang dami pala talaga na hanggang ngayon, yung Ghost Fighter patuloy pa rin hinahangaan at sinusuportahan. Salamat.
And how about you, sir? Is this your first convention experience?
Parang kumbaga an hour of limelight.
Ano yung feeling na na-meet nyo? Daming nakapila kanina trying to line up for autographs para sa inyo.
Sa akin parang kahit ilang taon nang lumipas, andyan pa din sila, hindi pa rin kami nalilimutan at nagsusuporta pa rin sa amin.
Ako natutuwa ako hanggang ngayon, naririnig ko kahit ilang taon na lumipas, ganun pa rin ito, humanda ka. Oh. Gusto mo ba sample ng humanda ka? Oo, kasi yun eh. Kaya nga binibiro namin si JB noon, di ba? Yung Dragon ka to, lamok, siguradong tapo. Hindi kasi DJ si JB.
Ano na ako, iba-ibang station ang binigyan ko, pero pinakahuli ko yung FM2. Pero pinakamatagal ko yung sa Magic 89.9.
Bilang si
Cadillac Jack.
Cadillac Jack. Siya yun.
Yes, Cadillac Jack.
Cadillac Jack in the flesh. Oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
Tayo naman, kadilakad.
Kadilakad. Oh.
Parang, have you had any weird encounters today dito sa ToyCon? Yung mga tipong namimigay, like, kasi namimita parang expecting a hot woman, gano'n. Pero, hi, alam niyo, matagal ko na crush si Dennis. Yung mga gano'n, pero bruskong lalaki. Gano'n.
Well, wala naman nag-indecent proposal sa akin kanina.
Pero hoping ka, I'm sure.
Hindi, mas matindi ka nga eh.
Oo.
Iba yung mga binibitiwan mong linya sa ano eh.
Alam mo naman. Para happy sila. Yung gano'n naman. Gano'n din. Nerd Rage, Funko Pop, any support pa kami. Nandun tayo.
Parang may sinabi nga siya, don't call me Tito, call me tonight.
Ayun! Pwede ko magamitin yan?
Pwede.
FYI, kaya magaling si Sir Monty sa mga ganyang linya. Kasi, dati, he voiced Sergio Santibanez sa Marimar.
Ay, oo. At hindi lang yun, pati si Pulgoso. Pambihira naman, Marimar.
So kunwari ako kunwari si Sir Bonner si Marimar.
Marimar.
Ayan. Paano mo siya kakausapin as Sergio Santibanez?
Marimar.
Yes.
Yes agad. Hindi ko pa nga hinihingi oo mo. Yes agad. Marimar, pwede ba tayong mamasyal ni Pulgoso?
Pwede. Pero mauna ako.
Kay Pulgoso o sa akin?
Eto naman, anong gagawin ni Sergio Santibanez pag nakita niya si Denise? Ano sasabihin ni Sergio Santibanez pag nakita niya si Denise? Anong sasabihin ni Denise?
Pag nakita ko muna siya, Dennis,
Ano yun?
hindi ba talaga ikaw si Denise? Kasi mas gusto ko itong ikaw na lang maging si Denise.
Pero hindi tayo talo.
Yun.
Grabe. So pag nakakausap natin sila, nai-imagine niyo yung mga bosses nila, di ba? So parang, what are you guys up to these days?
Wala. Parang retired na ako sa radyo eh. Ngayon nagtuturo ako ng English sa mga Japanese.
Uy.
Oh, Japanese.
Yun, ha? Para sa trivia lang, ngayon lang kami nakita-kita. Kaya habang tinatanong mo siya na may isa ko sasagot. Kasi ngayon lang kami talaga, after 20 plus years, ngayon lang kami talaga nakita-kita ng harapan. Totoo. Nakikita ko lang si JB sa profile picture, si Bonner nung last interview mo na sa Third Ridge. Ayun, hindi talaga. At pati kayo, lalo na. Yeah, first time ng harapan. At nakahawakan. Nakahaplos.
May nag-bolt in sa inyo.
Ginagawa ko ngayon, sir, direct Netflix, sa View, Amazon, yung mga ngayon. Dubbing, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ako eh. Hindi ako nawala dun sa aming sinimulan. Medyo napamahal na sa akin yun.
Okay, pag nakapikit yung mata ko, naririnig ko na naman yung kung sino mga bosses. Grabe.
Yun.
And you, Sir Bonner?
Ngayon, wala na ako sa dubbing. Sorry, retired na. Corporate world na tayo. So, ngayon, sa holdings company ako, serving as president.
Wow! Okay, intindi. So, hopefully, magkaroon tayo ng mas mahabang get-together maybe next year sa Nerdfest.
Nerdfest?
Oo.
Nerdfest.
Sa Nerdfest.
Nerdfest or Birdfest?
Basta si Sergio, Birdfest yan.
Birch Nerdfest.
But thank you very much for gracing ToyCon. Thank you very much. We will talk more, we will hang out more. And, wala tayong choice. Pero we are not ready.
Hindi ko napanood yung tugtog ni Will kahapon. At congrats sa Spotify, pare. Congrats
Thank you.
Sa album. Pangalawang single na ni Will. At abangan nyo yung mga susunod pang kanta. Marami pang iba. Alright. Mula sa mga Dapper Cats, Kami uli ang MBJ with Direct Adrian at si Monty, Bonner, and JB. Maraming salamat, Nerd Rage. Buhay kayo.
A true wood guitar. It's a new model that's selling like hotcakes. Very affordable. It's only 1,899. It has a volume and tone. Volume, tone, and it's real wood. It's not laminator. You can plug it into a sound system like this one, an amplifier, an acoustic amp. Yan. Pwede i-plug in dyan. I'll demo the sound, the quality. Softly, I will leave you softly, for my heart would break if you should wait and see me go. So I leave you softly, long before you miss me, long before your arms can make me stay for one more hour, for one more day. See, it sounds so good, and you can plug it into a sound system. It's only volume and tone. Very simple, basic guitar, 1,899. It's called the RJ Masa True Wood. Okay, but I've always desired for the ordinary Filipino to have a guitar in his house that's very affordable, because it provides balance in your life, it provides fun for everybody. And now, this one you can even plug into an amplifier. 1,899. True wood. Look for it at the RJ Guitar Stores. It comes in all these styles, colors. See that? Okay?
I like the black one.
So, yeah, so remember that. The RJ True Wood. Happy shopping!
Welcome to Screen Spot. It's Tim again, and I'm joined by Adrian and Karen. And for this segment, we're going to begin with Secret Invasion. I'm sure everybody has watched Secret Invasion already.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's part of Phase 5 in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Of course, it's by Marvel Studios, and it's currently streaming in Disney+. All 6 episodes are out, and we are here to review and give our impressions about it. It's based on the 2008 storyline of the same name, written by Brian Michael Bendis and drawn by our very own Pinoy artist, Lionel Francis Yu.
But it wasn't exactly followed through,
Yes, it's a very different adaptation because it focuses on Nick Fury, who we know is played by Samuel L. Jackson. And he's been there since the beginning, since 15 years ago with the first Iron Man movie with Robert Downey Jr. And of course, Nick Fury has appeared as the person who brought them together. So in Secret Invasion, we see him come back to Earth because he uncovers a threat at home where Skrulls plan to take over the planet. Yeah. The tagline is, "Who do you trust?" Skrulls couldn't impersonate anybody.
All right, so now the entire season, it's 6 episodes, right?
Yes.
6 episodes.
6 episodes.
The 6-episode miniseries is now done.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts on it, guys?
I think Nick Fury was in his Scarlet era.
He's just everywhere.
So why do you say it's Nick Fury's Scarlet era? Or why would we think it's Marvel's Scarlet
Why would you say? Well, for me, I think he was making some interesting choices in life in this series that, I think of like past Nick Fury. Like, would he do the same? Was he influenced by his experiences in the recent phases? And also...
Skrull kiss! Were you gonna say Skrull kiss?
I know!
I was gonna say spoiler alert.
You know what? I'm not racist because I'm all for alien human making out, swapping.
So would you kiss Groot?
Groot is a minor, of course not. That would make me sick.
But that's the least of it.
I would. Nerd Rage viewers, I would date an alien.
There
You
you
heard
go.
it from me.
Right,
I
so-
am all for it.
You know that this is broadcasting out into space.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm available.
There you go. But I was going to say, it's the least of our problems with that show because, as you said, kalat is the root word. And I just felt it was anticlimactic.
It's just funny because they say, who do you trust? And then in a few
Yeah.
episodes, you already know who to trust.
Exactly. I mean, I felt
They revealed everything already midway.
anticlimactic. It
What's
could have
the
used
point?
it could have used more episodes, and
Yeah,
I
you-
just don't know.
Yeah,
The
you
writing
think-
was so
yeah.
good initially when it started, and then building up to the finale and introducing characters like, of course, Emilia Clarke as
I love her.
yeah,
Gaia.
An underutilized guy.
an underutilized Gaia, and Gravik.
Olivia Colman.
Olivia Colman.
Olivia Colman.
McQueen.
Yeah.
McQueen.
Yeah, Sonia Falsworth.
It's so interesting because we're all so hyped for like a freaking spy thriller in Marvel, and we wanted this to be like grounded and be like all espionage and who do I trust? Is this person my ally, my enemy?
Exactly.
You know, like behind enemy lines and all that. And what did they do?
They dropped the ball.
They revealed who the Skrull was in a few episodes. And they didn't reveal any more. And what's so perplexing to me was that towards the end, they actually dropped like a plot that could have been started in the beginning of the series, which is some of the, can I say this? It's kind
Yeah,
of spoilery, but
you can
some
go
of
already.
the political figures are Skrulls. And I believe this is in the comics as well.
Yeah.
And this is the one that could have been mind-blowing as like the opener, like who among our world leaders are Skrulls? How are we gonna know who to trust? But now they're like, yeah, that guy's a Skrull and we're not gonna reveal any more after this. They
Or
just
all of-
revealed like isang kamay ko lang. They know, I already know, like dun dun dun, they already said.
Yeah, or all of a sudden, some of our favorite heroes turned out to be Skrulls all along. And while that is good if done correctly, there's some inconsistencies regarding this actor's performance in
Yeah, their behavior.
Yeah, their behavior.
their behavior in Endgame, for example. Why would this person be so affectionate to a character in Endgame that died when they weren't friends in the first place? Because it turns out he's a Skrull.
He was apparently replaced during the events of Captain America Civil War when he got paralyzed. So they're insulting our intelligence or testing our hearts and our patience as fans. Unfortunately, that's the problem with Phase 4 and Phase 5 and basically most of the multiverse sagas, they want to call it.
Personally, I do not have a problem with, say, say Rhodey being replaced in Civil War per se. Okay, on paper, okay, it's good, but we do not have any hints of any behavioral changes since then. And
Yeah,
there's
like how far was it plotted out? Or was it just like a sudden pull, like, okay, we're gonna like make this guy a Skrull?
Plus, there's no payoff. There's no narrative payoff to it.
Parang
there's-
walang breadcrumbs to follow.
Yeah.
The only narrative payoff I could think of, and it's been a meme, is all of a sudden who we find is not Don Cheadle, but Terrence Howard
Yeah,
from
it was-
first Iron Man.
That could have been that last part where they were showing the pods and all that. It could have been like Terrence
It's
Howard.
Terrence Howard, and you can say, next time, baby.
Wait. So, assuming that was Terrence Howard there, why would people think that that's still Rhodey with Don Cheadle?
Because he appeared in the... Yeah, that's it. That's it. Maybe the fans will go,
or the-
oh,
Oh
that's
no!
the big twist.
Okay, not everyone looks the same. Okay, don't be racist, viewers.
I think that would be a Scarlet Witch thing.
Yes.
More than a Skrull thing, don't you guys think?
It's so funny.
Oh, you guys look alike.
But that's,
Oh no!
when I watched the first few episodes, I really wanted it to be like Captain America the Winter Soldier, which for me is still the best Marvel Cinematic Universe film.
Yeah,
And
like the Hail Hydra reveal.
Yes.
it was all about espionage and thriller elements. Of course, it was also directed by the Russo brothers who did Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. It is a Captain America story, but to focus on Nick Fury, and then you wanted Skrulls there. If you wanted the impact to be the same as the comics, no, it was very different. And in fact, a lot of Marvel fans say that Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the cartoon, did a better Secret Invasion storyline than,
Oh, that's something to check out.
the live action show. Yeah, yeah.
Since we're doing spoilers, I have a question for both of you. What did you think about that big character death scene in the first episode?
Oh.
My first thought was, wait. It's a comic book movie. No one really dies in a comic book movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I was hoping episode 2, I was hoping she'd be alive. Episode 3, she's still dead. Episode 6, okay, she's really dead. But again, as we've seen in various comic book storylines and telenovelas, we can easily resurrect these people. So, I don't know, maybe I'm not as invested in comic book movie deaths
I guess you
anymore.
could say you would not die on that hill.
Okay, in other words, for DC enthusiasts out there, like me, Karen, and AIDS, we can term it as women in the fridge.
Fridging!
Okay, so I have a question about that. Would we consider Maria Hill as having gotten fridged in this film?
Yes, because her death, motivated Nick Fury.
Yeah, she was a plot device. That's it.
And sayang because this was the opportunity to focus on the SHIELD agents, the Saber agents, everyone who's like a non-Avenger. And either they kill them off, they throw them in a pod, or they're nowhere to be seen. Like, what is going on? Maria Hill could have been, like she could have been like the hype girl. She could have been the second in command.
Well, again,
What happened, Maria?
no one really stays dead.
Yeah, well, it's a comic book movie. We don't know. But as of now...
For all we know, it's Maria Hill's evil twin. Dun, dun, dun!
Or they could introduce the concept of life model decoys.
So what is that for our viewers?
Life model decoys are actually, simpler terms,
They're androids.
Androids, robots, replacements to make it look like it's them, but they're not
Dun,
them.
dun, dun.
Secret spy stuff.
So what do you think of that plot, by the way? The whole rebellion, the whole refugee thing.
Well, okay, it was a very compelling plot, but the execution and lead up to the finale, again, I say, anticlimactic and wasted.
Same thing there. We've seen parallels in real life with the various refugee crises happening
Plural.
worldwide. Yeah. But I think the problem here, from a narrative standpoint, was that it was a whole lot of talkies for all episodes. It wasn't a lot of plot, it was a lot of talkies. Now, it can be argued that they had a lot of talkies because they want to build up characterization and over plot. Because sometimes, if stories are just all about plot, it's going to be, parang by the numbers lang.
Yes.
However, this is all talkies. Talkies. Nothing much happening in the plot. So, I think it did that storyline a big disservice.
I personally would give Secret Invasion 2 out of 5. What would you give it?
2 out of 5 what?
Skulls.
For me, I'd give it 2.5 out of 5 Skrulls naman. 2.5. That 0.5 Skrull would be Ben Mendelsohn.
Okay, yeah. Talos.
All right.
It's Talos.
Talos, R.A.P.
And you?
I would say, maybe like 2.5 as well. 2.5 Gaia flexing her arms. With a Drax arm.
That was weird looking.
Don't get me wrong. I was actually losing my confidence with the series with each reviewing because, of course, I wanted to watch some scenes again, but it just didn't click. Unfortunately, that's why a lot of people share that sentiment. It's the lowest rated MCU project in Rotten Tomatoes.
Sad.
It's sad. Hopefully, this is a sign that Kevin Feige and the rest of Marvel Studios have to do something to pick up the pace and make the multiverse saga relevant.
Yeah.
Wait. Speaking of the multiverse saga, I have a question. What do the Skrulls have to do with the multiverse saga?
Wow, what an episode. And that's it for this week's Nerd Rage.
And if you missed this episode, don't worry because we have replays on Fridays and Sundays at 10 p.m.
Right here on Rock of Manila. And you can always catch the replays on the Rock of Manila Facebook and YouTube live streams. For more Nerd Rage, check out nerdrageph.com, and you can always find us on Instagram and Facebook.
Alright, and that's it for this week's episode of
Nerd Rage!
Hi, this is RJ. This is the RJ Super Vintage Guitar, the holy grail of guitars, and 5 of the best guitars in the world in one guitar. This is the Fender Telecaster American Standard Guitar.